guys, what's going on? FY my pawn here, and welcome back to V Rising. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we had just managed to move shop over to the north side of the area, or at the very least the north side of the southern part of the map, and we have just established ourselves a little network of both crops and just overall just building up our supply line of what's eventually going to be a vast crop. For this stream, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be completing Act 1 by defeating the V carriers, I do believe they're called. And we're effectively going to be harvesting iron, most likely, and we'll probably do a few other things. But I digress. Without further ado, let's get into things and see what happens. Now, I will say this. I could go into the edit settings option, because there is something I did learn as of recently, that you can change it so that way you can teleport through the teleport networks. However, I'm not going to be doing that. The reason I'm not doing that is because I'd prefer if I just kept the settings as is and see what happens. Because, well, it's more entertaining that way. Plus, it would also have me forcibly run back every single time I do a mission. So it encourages me to use a horse, for example. So rather than walk over to like a teleport pad, I could just run back with the horse and be less reliant on teleports. But I digress. I just wanted to get that out of the way and why I'm not changing the thing, just so you guys are aware. And with that, we'll get going. But yeah, for you can teleport with there's an option that turns off teleporting with key items, which, you know, it incentivizes you travel rather than go through the normal means of fighting, but I digress. Alright. Now, it's been a while here. Let's see. Okay, we got a bundle of resources that we have yet to put away, so I'm going to quickly do that before we go any further. Alright, let's see. Don't need to worry about that. We should just probably stuff everything there. Sort it real quick, just so we have it done. There we go. Alright. So, first order of business is to build a stone coffin. Now, to get one is very simple. We just need to go to Dominance and go to Stone Coffins. We need 12 stone bricks, 4 grave dust, and 2 crystal amethysts. So, we just get the grave dust. We get the stone brick, and then we need the amethyst, which is in here. Pretty simple stuff. And all we do is just remove that. And then we can place our coffin. This is going to be the coffin that we're going to be using to sleep in. And it's going to allow us to make servant coffins. We're just going to quickly sleep in there, so that way we respawn here, basically, anytime we go to sleep. But yeah, there we go. We get servant coffins. We've made and interacted with the blood press already. So now all we need to do is just... Actually, hold on. Let me do this real quick. And now we can start making servant coffins. Now, servant coffins are a very interesting thing, in where you basically abduct humans, and depending on their quality, they basically give you units that you can use for passive production. Now, I don't think we can actually use it as much as I want to, because there is limits to how this thing works. I think I need copper here, right? Yeah. So, there is an issue with the servant coffins. I will go over them in a minute in specific detail, but just know that we might not be able to see much use of them. Or at least, we're not going to see them be used often, I should say. Regardless. I guess the best way to explain it is just... Well, first let me play it.
Yet
I'll
another
show you
accomplishment.
directly. Alright. If we go into dominate human form, we can basically dominate a human of our choosing. Ideally, we want a high blood type, preferably, but anything goes. So, ideally for servants, we want to keep them within the 80 to 90 range, because 90 and higher is something that we do want to keep around. But that is for later. You'll understand why I'm saying this in, You'll understand why soon enough, I'm sure. Oh, I've been caught. Dang. There we go. Alright. So, let's go dominate a human. We are going to need to at least do one, so I will have to go out and grab one. Thankfully, there is an area here, like, very close by that we can utilize for this purpose. Ideally, I want to focus on somebody that has a high or a high, value here. It does matter, you'll understand why soon enough, but just know that I am going to be trying to get a high value. Okay. Okay, 23 is not going to be ideal for us. Alright, there we go. Let's do that, there you go. Ah, here we go, an 87. That is exactly what I prefer. Okay. Alright, out. There we go. And going to dominate. Hit him with the dominate, and slowly but surely. There we go.
To my will.
So, once you get a enemy low enough, you can dominate them. We've got a nice juicy 87 rogue here, so that's going to be a staple individual that we can utilize. We have to be careful, though, because if he dies along the way, we are going to be in for a rough time. So we just have to ideally prevent him from dying. That's all it really comes down to. So avoid the enemy, and you should be able to procure them without too much of an issue. Alright, let's lure this guy in. We are a little low health. I can't really control that, but there is means to resolving this issue, but obviously, right now we just want to get a servant in our coffin here, and we need 100 blood, or specifically we need 100 blood essence, and then we can convert him into a ally, if you will. But yes, in doing so, we get a nice little rogue companion, and they will turn in 40 minutes. If we get the crypt flooring, we can actually make this a little cheaper as well, so that is a plus as well. What we're probably going to have to do is we're going to have to set up a crypt somewhere back here, I'm thinking. Or probably in this corner, I'm thinking. I don't know. I'll figure something out specifically, but we can work on the details later, because obviously we need to dedicate a room to make a coffin zone, basically. This is merely for appearance, though, of course. But I digress. Rambling aside. But once that processes, we will get a companion that we can rely upon. We won't be able to use them just yet, but to summarize, they're sort of like us, but just NPC related. I'll elaborate in detail later on. And we've just got to wait 40 minutes for that until we can get the Castle Throne. So, we are going to have to wait now. Which is kind of a bummer, but at the same time, it could be worse. This does give us a chance to actually focus on some other stuff if we need to. Which is probably going to be the focus of today. Alright. So, in order for us to continue on, we are going to need to do some... Okay, first we're going to need to see, do we have the research here done? If so, I can recycle. Okay, those books are done. These require the research desk. We've already got the research desk, so these books are basically useless. So, the simplest way to make use of these books now is just to turn them into paper by crushing them down. With that, though, it is nighttime. We can make an effort to see if we can't find something better to fight, but I guess let's just go to our tab here, and we are going to... Let's start by tackling Koida, because we do need him in order to actually get to where we need to go. And you can find Koida over by here, as that is the reason why I didn't explore that area to a specific detail. It's because the area is rather dangerous. I mean, hell, it's taking all of our might just to beat the enemies here, so... Let's see. None of them are good enough to warrant stealing. Yeah. And we won't be doing much of the thieving of individuals for a while. Not until we reach later... Not until we reach a certain threshold point. Because there is things that will help us capture individuals. So, for the meantime, we're just going to basically rely heavily on our own skill sets and any stray individuals that come into contact with us. And hey, if we're lucky to get something close, then we will take advantage of it. As much as we possibly can, that is. But I digress. We are going to march over to here. And once we reach this area, we've got to prepare for a battle, put simply. But yeah, this game demands that you use a lot of resources, so planning ahead and making sure you're capable is of the utmost care that you can do for yourself. But I digress. Alright, here's Koida. Summon some undead. Okay, there we go. This guy isn't that bad. You just gotta make sure you avoid his charges and then you're basically good. Ow. That's assuming you can dodge, of course. Or you just move fast enough that you're fine. There we go. By doing that, we just hold to extract blood, and we've gotten our kill already. Surprisingly, it gets easier once you actually play the game, so...
New knowledge acquired.
Yeah, the skill level of these monsters is pretty subpar for me right now, but I assure you, once you begin, it's quite difficult. But yeah, I do believe that it just leaves the Quincy, the Bandit King. He will allow us to get iron ingots, which is one of the core components for the future. We'll also get a smithy, tailoring bench, we'll get some ebonite stairs and doors, as well as a chaos point. We do want to at least go for this guy, though. So, yeah. Quincy is going to be our next target, essentially. I'm going to quickly go around here, because I do believe there is still plenty of trumpets of death that we can take. We might as well take them, because it is just more resources for us. And hey, if we're lucky, we can get some trumpet spores, which is another plant that we can utilize. Worst case, we'll just have to get some copper coins and then go from there. But either way, we'll be fine. Really, we're going to get the most seeds from treants, I do believe, anyway, so we'll just have to make do with what we got. Alright, we got a trippy shroom. I don't think we can actually use the trippy shroom in any sort of thing, but hey, it's fine. Now,
step into a new skill.
Bear form is a little unique. Now, bear form can be used to harvest resources, obviously, but the biggest employ for it, well, the biggest importance for it, rather, is that it's designed to break big boulders and rocks. So if you find a big boulder that looks like it can be broken, such as this, I think.
I don't have the proper tools.
If you find one of these, you can break it, and you get an insane amount of stone or whatever have you of the resource. And with enough breaking, it will completely break, and as a result, you get yourself some resources, which is nice. Now, with that said, I guess we are continuing on. Ouch. I might have to change it to something else eventually. But for now, we should be good. Alright. Let's see, resource-wise, I guess we're going to want to go to the bandit camp here. And then we can go over to the bandit trapper camp to get some more coarse bread. Because we are going to need a lot of it, contrary to what you would believe. Simply because it's actually very useful in the middle game. Okay. Go. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, these guys are pretty easy to deal with. Alright. But yeah, you see how some of these items, like coarse thread, cannot be teleported? There is a menu item that you can use to disable that. That is why I'm saying that you can use teleporters if you were to disable that specific feature. I wouldn't recommend it for everybody, but hey, if you're looking for an easier time, that is probably going to be something that you want. But I just stuck with the defaults of the options, so I'm not going to be going heavy into the changes. Done and done. Alright. Here we go. Nice. Relatively easy to deal with the enemy. Open this, grab that. Or those guys. More coarse thread, grab this. That's more coins which we can use to get more seeds. Or recipes, depends on what we want. Okay, I probably should get blood real quick before I... Yeah, let's get some blood. We're running onto 0.1 liters, and if we had left it any longer, we would become frail, which we would still last for, like, one more, we'd last a little longer, but still. There's only so long that you can last without blood, so... Okay.
You're looking a little hot-blooded. Let me cool you off.
Alright, I guess I'll take out the archer here while I'm at it. There we go. God. Nice.
Stupid. I messed up.
That was easy. Might as well just deal with her while we're at it. I mean, why not, right? Not like it's gonna affect much if we take her out. But hey. It's always fun to fight one of those bosses and just see how far you've come from when you started. Ah, nice. Morning lily seeds. Nice. That is another seed type that we can utilize. Here's daytime is triggered. Lovely. Not really, but... yeah, whatever. Here we go. And just take you out. Nice. And the reason I'm jumping to kill enemies with my leech ability is simply due to the fact that you can actually heal anytime you do that. It's a great way to heal if you're in the middle of a fight. Especially if the enemy doesn't know that you're doing... well, especially if you get enemy low. So it's good to prioritize certain enemies here and there, just to increase your likelihood of getting that cure off. Like so. Plus, also, dodging is also another way that you actually benefit, so... there we go. Damn. Didn't mean to crit. Ah well. No matter. We got plenty of stuff all the same, so I can't really complain. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's see, what else do we got to do? I guess I can go about dealing with this bandit camp over here, then go over here to get some extra whetstones, I suppose. So we'll make our way over this direction. And hey, if we find a treant, we can take advantage of that, so... Although, I suppose treants are pretty rare, so if you're not careful, you won't be able to find it. Although I do suppose there is, like, core locations where they spawn, though. It's a matter of finding them, really. That's the issue. Okay, we're going over to here. Nice. Cleared out and dealt with. I don't think there really isn't much here, though, unfortunately, but that's fine. At least we cleared it out. It alone just gives us benefits, so I can't really complain. As for where we go next, we're going to go over there. Ignore those two trappers while we're at it. Alright. There we are. Took a bit of effort, but we managed to do it in the end. I had to focus there. Otherwise, I would have probably lost there. In some capacity, anyways. But hey, we managed in the end. I'd say that's big enough for me. Alright. Gravel paths. Nice. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Just to let the undead do their job. There we are. Nice. There we are. Nice. That cleared them up quite quickly. Okay, nighttime is coming across, so that's good. That saves us the worry of having to deal with enemies now. To a certain degree, anyways. Alright, so far so good on clearing the enemies at least. There we go. And there we go. Nice. I'm half tempted to put the Frostbat over on the first slot in R, because I kind of use that to initialize, and then I go from that to the other one. Because upon kill with the Corrupted Skull, you get the summon for multiple. Okay, there we go. Alright, just gotta wait until we get the chance to feed on them, and then we should be good. Cool. There we go, we got 18 in brute. That is significant healing, I do believe. Alright, we got some more seeds. That is very good. Otherwise, this camp is basically clear. Nothing really too amazing right here. Aside from, you know, the obvious useful stuff here and there. Alright, well, with that, I think we can head back without worrying too much. We got a comfortable amount. Oh, hello. There we go, just take the blood of this creature here, and there we go. Got a nice, juicy 82 creature. There will come a point in time where we will be able to get the blood of creatures in a more manageable method. But of course, that's going to take time, so... yeah, we'll just have to be ready with that. But all in due time. All in due time. For now... I guess I can beautify this area a little bit. Let's see. Oh, right. Now because I actually have the bear form, I can actually break these two things, which have been in the way. I've yet to do that, so I think it's high time that I do so. Alright, let's bear form it up. There we go. Set it up like that. And then, if we just go with castle flooring, typically, we don't want diamond pattern, we want this. And if we circle this around, we should be good. This will make it look at least a little bit more nice, I would imagine, so... that's sort of why I'm going through the effort here. But I digress. Deposit everything in there, sort it out. Well, I guess it technically is already sorted, but I digress. Okay, there we go. Just toss everything we don't need. I'll bring that out because we're going to need it. Because that is enough paper for everything. Alright, let's flip over to here. Alright, we learned Gravel Paths, the Ring of the Warlock, and we learned Jack Else. But that's fine, because we can just toss the book, because the longbow has been complete already. That is a longbow, right? Ah, well. I guess we will never know. I'm fairly certain it was a longbow, though, so whatever. And for our random research, we pick up assortments of fine paintings. Lovely. But yeah, that's the reason why I've been keeping paper in such bulk. Just to do that sort of stuff. Let's grab some stone and planks just to be safe. I'm going to need to quickly go into our herb storage. Grab 2 stacks. Grab these. Sort. I'm actually going to grab the pine saplings. Because I'd like to do something here, actually. I'm going to make the path a little bit more nature-friendly here. And for decoration here, we want production, we want growing pots. And we want 3 decorating like so. And we want to line up the same here. where do we want this? I guess we'll put it there for now. And like so. There we go. I just wanted to design it a little bit because we are going to need the... Well, we don't necessarily need it, but I do at the very least want to try and put more seeds out. So, we're going to get the pine saplings here. And we want to raise these up here. That is sort of why I'm going through the effort of setting them up here. Just for the sake of beautification. And for this... I'm gonna move these, honestly. Oh, right, there's things on it. Okay. I'm basically just gonna move everything over a bit. Because I do feel like, it'll be better for us if we move it onto this side here. To that end, I'm going to set up the machine here instead. There we go. Now we can set up things properly here. We shouldn't need a big plot, but at the very least we need a 3-row plot for now. There we go. And this will be the last row that we build. There we go. Alright. Now, if we just take the seeds here, we'll put them right in the back here.
I cannot build here.
Alright, there we go. That is one of them. Now we got the fire blossoms and the snow blossoms. So we'll get fire blossoms first. And then do the snow blossoms. I'll even go as far as putting the fire blossoms here instead. There we go. Alright. Now, these things don't exactly need sunlight, but it is there just for the sake of, you know, setting up a plot. There will come a time where we expand this, but for now, that is not the case. We're just doing it for the sake of just doing it. I'm going to take those, though, and we are going to get these onto the blood press, because we are going to need more blood essence in due time. So, just preparing ahead of time is always a good thing. To that end, let's just store the leftovers. Alright, there we go. We don't need the bone crossbow here, so we'll just crush that. Quickly grab those. We don't really need the gems, but, you know, it's there, so we might as well keep it. Alright, now, I guess we're gonna go to the merchant here first. Actually, yeah, no, let's go to the merchant. I do, at the very least, want to upgrade some other things here. I mainly want to get the Night Stalker boots into Marauder boots before we continue. I think that would be to our best interest, if anything. Regardless, we got some nice damage reduction as part of being a creature like this, so that's good. We'll take advantage of this. Oh, we gotta be careful of Tristan here.
Oh, looks like I just...
He is not something we want to trifle with just yet. He will come later. You'll understand why soon enough. But yeah, no, he's not going to be our target for a long while. Hello, shady book dealer.
Got you something special.
Perfect. So we're going to buy the Marauder boots, and we've got the mace, spear, axes. Okay, so we just need to get the upgrade for it. We are going to need to get the alchemy lab flooring at some point, but for now, we will just leave it alone, because the marauder boots come as an important thing here. So we're just going to take advantage of that and upgrade, and then we can finally go into the bandit stronghold, which is right next to our base. And we will be able to upgrade our gear. Well, not upgrade. Oh, hold on.
You probably think you're something, but you are just another kill.
Yeah, don't bother him. Not for a while, anyways. But yeah, we're going to go deal with, we'll deal with the Bandit King next, I think. That sounds like a good idea. And depending how things go, if we are still daddling in our base, because we are going to need to upgrade our ring as well, we should be fine. And not only that, but we'll also get our servants as well, so that will finally unlock, which is nice. But I digress. We'll get those in due time. Anyways. Let's see. We don't need anything from here. I guess I'll just put the coins away for now. But the research obviously comes first. Cool. Well, with that, we've now got the means to produce some new armor. We are also going to have to upgrade our ring to something akin to a ring here. Let's see. Considering our build currently, weapon attack speed seems to be the go-to here. So I think I'm gonna go with the Ring of the Dusk Watcher. I'm thinking of it anyways. Either way, the Gravedigger ring comes first, so we're gonna need Grave Dust and Morning Lilies. So Alchemy, Grave Dust, and Herb Storage, Morning Lilies. Perfect. And then all we gotta do is get some Greater Blood Essence alongside Crude Topaz. So Crude Topaz and Greater Blood Essence. There we go. Then we make the Ring of the Dusk Watcher. Following that, we get ourselves the Marauder Boots, which is leather, coarse thread, and copper. So, let's see. Tailoring, alright. Leather, coarse thread, and copper. Boom. There we go. And bada boom. There we go. We are also going to need to set up some gear for our new companion here, so we're just going to give him a basic set of armor. We are also going to want to give him a ring, preferably, so we're going to need some grave dust as well. Although, we could just give him the Bloodbone ring, to be fair, so... Yeah, no, let's give him the Bloodbone ring. We don't need to give him anything too complex just yet, so... Alright, the copper can go back now. There we go. Sort that. But yeah, he's going to be donning that. We're going to need to give him a new weapon as well. But I don't think we have anything weapon-wise. So we'll probably have to make a copper weapon for him. We'll probably go with the copper... Yeah, let's go for the copper sword. It's 9. So... Well, actually, no. Let's go with the copper spear here. So we're going to need crude emerald, whetstone, leather... Leather... Whetstone... Crude emerald... We're also going to need a copper spear, which is basically copper and planks. Copper and planks, there we go. There we go. And I do believe the servant, yep, is going to be done in 4 or so minutes, which is perfectly fine by me. And once that's done, we've basically got him set up for the future. Well, at least for the immediate future anyways. You'll understand why I'm going through the effort of just, filling him up with resources, but it's mainly because, you'll understand soon enough. As for why I don't give him the cloak and backpack, well, that's also going to be apparent pretty quickly. Anyways, let's see. Garden's fine, decorations are fine. Is there anything we need to produce real quick before we go any further? Refinement, we've got the paper press already, I do believe. Well, actually, do we? Yeah, the paper press is up here. Got the grinders, that. I guess technically we could double down on the tanneries, but yeah, I could do without it, to be fair. It's not like it's a big deal. Castle Waiting's done, Dominate's done, we just need Greater Blood Essence for the majority. Take the rats back, we will put them away. There we go. Alright. And with that, I do believe that's done. I guess we're gonna need more salves, so quickly just grab the... We'll quickly grab the 2 rats here. Well, I'll grab all of them, I suppose. We'll grab the herbs, and then we need bones, don't we? There we go. And then, if we go into crafting, just need to make 3. Alchemy and herb. There we go. Alright. 2 minutes. Okay. We're gonna leave all this stuff in here. Because I know for a fact that we're gonna be talking with that dude in a bit, but for now, because it is nighttime, and it is the right time, we're gonna go on a hunt. Our target, obviously, you know who it would be. That's old. Hold on. Let me actually grab this. Blood Rose is actually very vital for us, so might as well grab it while we can. I believe I talked about it before, how vital, such things are, but I digress. Alright. Here we are. The gates. There we go. And yeah. You need bear form or explosives to get through here. Thankfully, explosives are the alternative to bear form, so if you want to take the shortcut and not go through bear form, you can go through that route. There is a few workers here, but honestly, don't need it. There we go. And done is done. Go. Okay. Nice. Clearing up the enemies quite nicely, though. There we are. Nice. Grab everything here. Grab that. There we go. Let's see. Don't really need it, but Blood Rage is there, I suppose, so we'll grab that. Okay. We're gonna move all the way over here. That was easy. Yeah, enemies are being quite easy here, it seems, which is good. It means that we got an easier time here. And hey, the more resources we get, the better. Although the seats are obviously taking priority, to be quite honest. Oh well. Alright. Okay, we go up here. Nice. That was easy. Then again, most enemies are. We are halfway through the night, though, so we gotta pick up the pace a little bit. Otherwise, we are not gonna get the chance that we so desperately want. There we go. But yeah, we need to hurry up, else we're just going to be in for a rough time. Although, I guess half the night is ideal enough to deal with an enemy in most cases, so it's not like it's a huge deal. It's just easier, if I'm being honest. Alright, let's just take his blood. It's fine. We'll take some damage, but we do get the 86, which is way better. Really wish I could have brought him back, but it's fine. Here we are. But yeah, no, having the 86 there is going to be a good thing for us. We won't get the damage reduction, but we get more damage, which for a ranged character is going to be a bit better. Even though our survivability tanks a little bit, but I'd say that's a small price to pay. All the same.
A proper challenge! Show me your mettle then!
There we go. Okay.
Show me what you got. Right to the challenge.
Alright, there you go.
Show me what you got.
Ow.
Arousing battle.
Yeah, just gotta be careful as he does that. And yeah. Let's deal with his ally there.
Show me what you got.
Okay.
Show me what you got. Arousing battle.
Ouch. And done.
Well, this is new.
And hey, there we go, we won. It took a bit of effort, but we managed to do it in the end, so I can't really complain. There we go.
New knowledge acquired.
We get some new knowledge. We get the Phantom Aegis buff there. Not that we're going to be using it, but it's there if we want it. It's getting a bit early now, but other than that, we should be fine as we just take everything here. Bunch of stone after all. Can't really complain, especially if he's giving me this much. Alright. But with that, we can dip down. Okay, now if I go to the map, I guess we can just dip out here. Yep, there we go. No need to stick around. We are just gonna march our way back over. We've completed him, and now we can now move on to Act 2. So, each act basically covers a specific area in the game. So it really depends on what you're gonna go with in the end, so really just take your pick on what you like most. I guess I'll go for the Chaos Barrage here. There you go. I don't really need anything specifically, but, you know, might as well just take what we get. But, I digress. Put simply, each act covers a specific area. So Act 1 was to Farbane Woods. So we've basically completed the Farbane Woods as much as we possibly could. Now we go to the Dunley Farmlands. However, because of the circumstances that lead us to this moment, we are going to need iron. And we're going to need a lot of it. But only... There is going to be a point in time where we're going to need to actually get the knowledge to actually make iron tools. So that is actually going to be our priority. Before we go mining for iron, that is. Because if we can't make iron tools, then we can't really upgrade ourselves, right? However, before that, we got a new servant. Alright. What name shall we go for? I don't know. God, I really don't know. Let's call him Alfred, why not?
You will serve your purpose well.
Alright, we'll get Alfred kitted up and ready to go. Here you go, bud. Alright, he's up to 30 points. We get the Castle Throne,
to be sure.
which is actually a very useful tool that we will take advantage of. But we are going to need to build it somewhere, so we need to get Greater Blood Essence, Reinforced Planks, and Stone Brick. Reinforced Plank is not something we have currently, so we are going to have to go get that. Or at the very least, we need to get the knowledge thereof. So that is going to take some time to actually procure, because that is a... This is a more advanced knowledge, I believe. So we're going to have to get to work. Regardless, gather what we can here. And toss any excess away. Alright, throw these two into the Devourer. Then we just get the seeds in. Alright. 5 is Fire Bloom, and 6 is the... Yeah, so this is a different plant, so we put that there. Fire Blooms go there. Snow Blooms there. Alright. How's Alchemy looking? You'll need more potions, from the looks of it. We are going to need to get garlic resistance at some point, but we will save that for later. Alright, consumables. Toss that in there. Sort. We've got our health currently, so we'll be fine. Alright. So it is morning, so we will be in a bit of a kerfuffle there. What we're going to do is we're going to Vampire Waygate over to here. So that way we can start making our way... Well, actually... Let's see. we will track the blood of Beatrice here. And she is... which direction? Over here? Okay. So, I guess we're going to make our way up here, and we need to get to... I think it's here? It's somewhere along the lines there. But ultimately, it's just a adventure to go through and try to find what we're looking for. I did not know this place was so abundant with blood rose. This is actually a very good thing. There we go. But yeah, no, having this area be abundant with blood rose is actually a good thing, because it just means that we got plenty of healing to rely on. Sure, it might be to the side of us, but still. I'd rather take a very plentiful area full of blood rose rather than nothing at all. To that end, I guess collections are probably going to be our best if we check areas that are confined to this area, if you will. But regardless, blood rose is but one of the many things that we will take advantage of in the future, so it's all good. Alright. Alright, we've now got music.
Recognize my
box.
power.
And now we need to discover a way to unlock prison cells. That is going to be our next objective, and is actually going to be one of the more vital objectives, despite how it would seem. Now, by unlocking this is going to be the core of what's going to make our blood reserves a bit more tolerable. Of course, we'd have to prepare a bundle of things here and there, but otherwise, we should be fine. Oh, a bit too bright there. There you go. There we go. We are going to be getting some horses in a bit, but for now, let's just focus on getting ourselves set up with new items and new loot. Alright, it's this area. Some of these enemies are going to be nasty to deal with, so be prepared for the worst. Go. Done. Took a bit of effort, but we managed in the end. We actually get new types of hide by being in this area, which will matter in the future. Not so much right now, but you'll understand why in the future, why it's so important. Go. Oh god, so many enemies. But yeah, horses. They're a unique breed of thing. We'll get into those later, but you'll understand why in the future, why they are very important, and why they're useful. But I'll go over them once it reaches a point that it matters. I guess technically we can check on them right now, actually. But they are handy for a few things. So I guess we'll start by mounting this one to see if it's any good. So, horses have acceleration, which allow for a nice benefit here and there. What we're looking for is a very high quality horse, so we're gonna quickly... Yeah, none of these are really that good, so we'll just ditch them. So, it's really just a picking game on whether you find a good horse or not. I don't think you're gonna find one that's good, unless of course you're really lucky. So, ideally we want something that has an 11 movement, which is ambitious, mind you, but it's better than hoping for the alternative, which is nothing. But yeah. We're just gonna slowly make our way into town here, and slowly procure what we can. Well, that's not bad. Unfortunately, a 37 is not gonna cut it, and even if we wanted it, we can't really monopolize off it, so we'll just take what we can get, put simply. And there is our target. Probably the easiest of targets, if anything. Oh, yep, there you go. I figured this was going to happen eventually. So, the militia archers here have a special little ability that allows them to ignite their shots, which is not fun. So, yeah, it burns you quite a bit if you're not careful. And it can really stack up the more you let it burn, so... Okay. There we go. Took a bit, but we managed to do it in the end. Okay, let's heal up a little bit here. We're gonna need it, that's for sure. Go. Finally. But yeah, no, you can see how the difficulty spike in this area is like really, really painful. That's why I wanted to get the Marauder gloves in bulk, because they help roughly, I would say. And of course, Beatrice is gonna be not really a stickler. She's an easy target as far as I'm concerned. It's just, she likes running. And that alone is annoying. And it can lead to, big fights within the guards. That's why I had to clear up the area a little bit before I did this, that is.
Be merciful.
Nope. There is a bit of lore on every single individual that you hunt, but it's not gonna matter too much, I would imagine. Oh, right. And here's where we get into silver. Silver. Carrying silver is a detriment to you. For now, that is. We're gonna carry it because I know for a fact that silver is very useful if you get enough of it.
damnation
Oh,
is
no.
promised.
Oh,
to the
no.
dark.
This is somebody we don't want to fight yet, really. She is a relatively dangerous foe. Although, I guess technically we can handle her. She's just gonna be harder because we don't have the right potions for the job, really. Okay. Deal with them. Ow.
I will show you discipline. Shining blessings.
Okay, that's gonna be annoying. There we go. Someone's undead.
Shining blessings.
There we go. Just slowly just whittle her down.
I will show you discipline.
Ow. Okay, we need a heal, ideally. Ow. Please tell me you didn't just run off. Okay, you didn't.
Shining blessings. I will show you discipline. This is my conviction.
There we go, finally. Okay, I had to focus there, because she is a difficult fight,
Take
mainly
me
because she
light.
heals so much, but if you plan your attacks correctly, you can really deal with her.
I feel stronger.
Oh, man. Probably one of the more tedious bosses out there, but honestly, if you know what you're doing and you plan your attacks right, you can deal with most enemies. It's just some enemies have guaranteed hits at times, which can be a real pain. We're going to take that sun resistance, though, because that's going to be really handy for us. This sun resistance brew just makes it so if we run into the sunlight, it's going to be a little easier for us. We are suffering from silver pain, though, but we should be fine. I guess technically it did make the fight a little harder because of that, but not by much. Oh, we got cotton seeds. That's actually really good. Take all that. We're getting to a point where we should be very careful with how much... Oh, hello. I can actually take your blood real quick. You're going to be a very good target to have. Not so much in the way that you would think, but... Workers with high stats get increased gallop speed, which is really good when you're trying to run when you have so much silver on you. As much as I want to go up there, I'm not going to. We're just going to focus on getting into the archer, or the horse den here. Trying to get a high quality horse, mainly. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's see. Which horse here is the best? Okay, this has a acceleration of 10. Could be better. Alright, how about you? You have an acceleration of 8. And finally... I did not mean to do that. I'll just quickly just do that. And you have an acceleration of 9.7, so... let's heal up here. Alright, you're going to be our individual that we're going to be riding on for now. We are now going to quickly rush back to the base, because otherwise, if we don't, we are going to bleed out, most likely. Let's actually quickly hop off here. That way we can quickly grab the loot here. Nice. Alright, let's get going. Here we are. Oh, careful. That was an 86. Okay, we're gonna need to rush it because we are running low on, well, we're slowly bleeding out because of the silver, so... If we don't do this, we're just gonna bleed out, which is not cool. Alright, I'm getting a bit sidetracked. Let's focus. Okay. But yeah, unintentionally we killed a target that was much more difficult and was meant to be targeted later. Oh, careful of that one. Those are werewolves, and they will be found here and there, but they won't be useful to us at the moment. But there will come a time where they will be handy. It's just a matter of trying to find the right time and space that you can actually target them at. But I digress. I will worry about those sorts of things later. For now, just rush back to base. There we are. Alright. Well, that was an adventure. We're going to quickly put in the silver here, because if we don't, it's just going to kill us. So there you go. We'll dump up our gems here, and you'll notice that we actually got regular gemstones as opposed to normal gemstones. That is going to be the upgrade that we're going to get for higher and higher areas, so it's best that we get as much as we possibly can for us to take advantage of the benefits. We also got a bunch new seeds, so we're going to grab those out specifically. We'll deal with the details on those later. We're just going to quickly sort through here and get everything set up. We're going to grab that, and we're going to learn these knowledges here real quick. Garlic potion is something for the future, so we'll worry about that later. Stow those away. Stow those away. We actually get an empty glass bottle, which is going to be handy for the future, but for now, we'll leave it alone. We'll learn that. Let's see. Phantom Aegis. We'll get the negative effects removal. And then we'll just toss the other one in here, because we don't need it right now. Alright, for this, we just throw in the snowflower seeds, I guess, over here. Whoops, I accidentally consumed the... Damn. Goddamn unsettly hearts. Alright, so we'll start with a 7. Place that there. Snowflower seeds go here. And then we got 2 new seeds. We're going to start with the sunflowers, which go here. And then with 7, we get cotton. So we'll put that there. There we go. Done. But yeah, we do need all those for the future, so might as well just collect what we can. Alright, alchemy, nope. Go to consumables, grab that. Painted hearts as well, I guess. Alright. Ah, God. Had I not consumed that heart, I would have been able to use the greater blood essence. Oh, well. We did what we could. We are going to need alchemy lab flooring anyways in the future, so... We'll worry about those in a later time. Let's see, we got workshop flooring already, so there you go. Okay, we can now make a smithy. as well as a tailoring bench. So I think the focus is going to be the tailoring bench and then the smithy. But to get the smithy, we need to get our hands on iron ingots, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we get the Christina's Sun Priestess, and she actually allows us a silver thread bag. The reason I hunted her is simply because she's actually giving us this bag, which is actually a really good item. So if we can make it, that's going to help us deal with our silver coin issue. We need leather, wool thread, and silver coins. So we're going to take the silver coins. We need to get wool thread and leather, I think it is. Yep, and with that, we can make a silver thread bag, which is going to allow us to carry silver coins whenever we want. Or whenever we need them, rather. Store those consumables there. Store the tailoring supplies. There we go. Alright, let's make ourselves a tailoring bench. That's going to require cotton yarn, though. I do not currently have cotton yarn, but I do believe I can make it. But for now, let's start off with the tannery, because I think that comes first. Alright. We're going to need another tannery, because we're going to be processing a lot of leather. So we'll just set one up right beside here. Move that over to here. There we go. And there we go. Now, if we want better leather, we'll have to hunt higher quality units, and we're going to need to get oil. But with the right research unlock, we should be able to produce those with relative ease. That is just going to take time. But hey, we get a bunch of paper, though, because of all the wood that we've been grinding away at. So, let's just quickly toss in the 500 bits of wood here. Oh, right. That's also something I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about how I want to sort out this base area here, and I'm thinking I'm going to change the design a little bit here, because I don't exactly like the stairwell thing I got here. I was going to change it when I get the chance, but I haven't had the actual chance to actually do that. But regardless, it is something that I've been thinking of and what I'm probably going to do for the future, so we'll get into that in a bit, but for now, let's just focus on the paper here, just getting as much as we possibly can. And we're going to need a bit more, things, but here we should be good. Alright, let's see, what do we want? I'm going to grab Veil of Illusion, just have a means to use our dash in a different light. I'm sure that's going to be handy at some point, I would imagine. Place those in. Place those in. And we got plenty of paper for research, but just in case, we'll grab this. Okay, we don't have enough to completely get a lot more, but 4 bits of research for 4 bits of items is always good, especially for the Blood Rose Brew. That's going to be our newest healing method. So, all we gotta do here is just get the water skins here. And we need to go over to our our herb storage. And we're gonna take out the Blood Rose. And all we gotta do is we gotta go to the alchemy table here. And we just gotta make 10 of these Blood Rose brews. There we go. And for each one, we get a 40% of our maximum health over 10 seconds. Or technically 4% if we count it by that logic, really. Well, assuming we get hit, of course, I should say. But yeah, no, these are going to slowly grow up, and the more we leave them, the more they're going to grow and get more results. But yeah, for vermin salves, they're slightly weaker than these rose brews, so this is just a more advanced version of it, and it's going to be really handy, no matter what. So, there you go. Now, I do believe I was trying to get... Let's see, hold on. Production, dominance... We need to get our hands on reinforced planks and greater blood essence. Greater blood essence is going to be a bit harder to procure, but there is ways around that we can circumvent. But of course, it's gonna require the blood press, and we need to unlock the research before we can do so. Unfortunately, that research is blocked by a certain individual man that we had encountered earlier in the stream. And as of right now, I'm not confident that we'll be able to beat him, in any sense of the word. So, what we're going to do is we are going to grab the medical supplies here. We should only need 6 for now. I mean, it'll last us, basically, so I'd say that's fine. And I guess technically we can start by dealing with our horse here, which is gonna do us until we find a better one, I suppose. And we're probably gonna be using the horse from now on for just traveling everywhere, so we're just gonna grab all this. And yeah, this is going to be our best friend for a while. We're gonna give them 4 days worth of food. And now, all we gotta do is find our next location. Alright, so our next location is actually going to be over here. Of course, we could fight these guys here first, and we are going to need to fight Tristan anyways, so this is a good target. We are also going to need to fight Vincent the Frostbringer as well, so... Yeah, no, let's, So we already fought Beatrice, we already fought Christina, which gives us the silver thread bag. Actually, hold on. I don't think I actually got the bag, actually, so give me a second. We can also name our horse if we wish, so... Might as well when we get the chance, but we're going to just basically get the bag. That's going to open up a ton new inventory slots for us. Get that bag recycled here. Whoop. Wait. Oh, I see. You get 2 warps. As for the horse, we're going to call him... We'll call him Siegfried. Why not? And from there, we need to make our way over here. Yes, we can't really utilize the items there just yet, but we're still going to need to go here anyway, so we might as well do it now while I got the chance. Yep, they're going to start doing their thing. We are not moving as fast as I want to be, but 10 speed is equally just as good as anything else it's going to get you, so it's fine. Okay, ignore the majority of the enemies that are going to come our way. And we're just going to make our way over across here. Oh, there is a 9% creature there in the form of a werewolf. We won't be able to do anything about them just yet, but we'll worry about them in the future. Right now, they're not much of concern. At least in my eyes, anyways. Okay. And we are getting very close to the area where I suspect that we're going to start harvesting quite good resources here, so this is going to be nice. Okay, we're going to have to hop off here. Yeah, we'll have to hop up here. That'll do for now. And now we just need to crash into this area, if you will. Let's steal the blood of the rogue here, because we're going to need that much, at least. And now we just got to break through here. And we got a 41 rogue here, actually. Take your blood. There we go. Slightly better blood type. And now we can just start breaking through here. But yeah, no, we need to go through here because there is going to be two things that we're going to benefit from here. One is obviously the upgrade, well, obviously just getting the iron here, but there is another thing in here that is worth grabbing. There we go. Grab everything there. And let's see. We've got a chest here, and yes, here we go. We're getting iron now. Exactly what we want. Okay, there we go. Oh, hello. Alright, nice. We've cleared the area out, and now we can go inside the cave, which is where iron is at. Unfortunately, with the copper mace that we currently have,
I don't have the proper tools.
we can't actually mine it. However, we can circumvent that issue by just using the merciless one with any tool that we have. In this case, we're just going to have to use the spear or anything else to chip away at it. So, it's not the most efficient way of doing it, but it is going to get us iron, which is the biggest thing that we want, right? So, we're just going to have to work with suboptimal means of mining, really. I guess technically we could use the axes instead, though, because it has a wider arc radius to work with, though, so it works in the end, either way. And, of course, we could always just go into the chests as well, so that is also an option. Now, of course, we gotta be careful because this area is a little bit hazardous. Mainly from the glowing flames here and there. Other than that, we're basically fine. We'll get goods regardless, and we should be good. And hey, we're gonna get plenty of iron, so can't really complain. There we go. Oh, right. The Illusion School has a recast as well. That's worth noting as well. No matter. We don't need to worry too much about it. Oh, right. And this area also has the Hell of Calarian, I believe they're called. But hey, we're almost near 1,000 stacks already. Nice. And yeah, if you check the boxes every now and again, you'll also get 20 ore as well, so even if you can't mine it, you can still find ways to mine it. You just gotta be careful, that's all. But hey, we should be fine given our current gear level, so this is something that we should be able to manage with relative ease, as long as we are careful with how we fight. Which isn't a problem for us, to be quite honest. Now, whether I can actually fight the boss of this area, that's another story. I think I could just barely manage it, but it's gonna be challenging. Like, we're at the precipice of where we can do it, but a few mistakes can really lead to a lot of problems in the future. Oh, regardless. There we go. And we even get some whetstones for free, so that's nice. Not that we really need them, but hey. At this point, whetstones are just like a commodity. Alright. We got the plant fiber here and there, nothing too crazy. I guess we could actually go down a bit, but yeah, we'll worry about that later. There we go. Nice. Surprisingly, axes might be pretty decent. There we go. Done. That wasn't too bad. Nice. And now we're getting into the point where we're going to find chests here and there. Well, among other things. I digress. There we go. Alright, let's see. How's our loot looking? Pretty good, I'd say. Just gotta be careful of the occasional bomb. But yeah, we're getting to the 2,000 stacks now, I think. Well, almost there anyways. We'll take that, because that's sulfur. Might as well grab it while we can. Alright. That's basically the resources. Well, for the most part, we've basically done the resource gathering, so should be fine. If anything, we're getting more gems than I had bargained for, so that's nice. It's at this point that we probably don't necessarily need the gems as much as we think we do, but hey, they're there just so we can use them, so why not, right? There we go. Alright, that's all the iron ore there. We're gonna continue making our way this way to see if we can't find the boss. Because, I mean, why not? We can give our, we can give it a fresh try to see how we fare. I'm mildly curious to see how we fare against the boss anyways, so there you go. But of course, we do need to make sure our inventory is filled with iron, so that is fine going through the effort of just gathering as much as possible, so. Might as well, right?
The light has chosen me.
Oh dear. Oh, hello. Hello.
Bless this shot.
Okay.
Bless this shot.
Alright, hello. Yeah, so this is the other boss that we would have fought had she not showed up.
Bless this shot.
I didn't exactly want to fight her just now, but I mean, it seems like it's fate. So
Bless this shot.
Guess we're just fighting her then.
Bless this shot.
Ow. We did not?
Bless this shot.
There we go.
Bless this shot.
Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting her of all people, but whatever.
Bless this shot.
Alright. Well, regardless, I guess we're fighting her.
Bless this shot.
Okay, just do that. There we go.
Light, guide my arrows. Bless this shot.
Here we are.
Light, guide my arrows.
Alright. Hello. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Bless this shot.
There we go.
For luminance. Light, guide my arrows.
Where are you going?
Bless this shot. Light, guide my arrows.
Where are you going?
Bless this shot.
Alright, whatever. Good thing I'm very decent at just hunting. Or else this would be a problem. Where are you going?
Bless this shot.
God, you make it like you don't want to get killed. Jeez.
Saved me.
Alright, let's just deal with you then. There. Well, I wasn't expecting to be a level 50 as a level 41, but hey, I guess we just did it. I guess that's a good sign.
I feel stronger.
It does mean that we actually get access to a few other things that we wouldn't have originally gotten this early on, but hey, I can't complain. It just means that we got some few bits of research here. Although, then again, I was timing it, like, amazingly well. Surprising for my abilities thus far. Oh well. But for our troubles, we get the Merciless Iron Mace and the Merciless Iron Slashers, which we shouldn't be getting this early on, but I guess we are. Well, we do need the iron anyway, so whatever. Okay, we actually get the Holy Resistance Potions, which is one of the things that she gives us, as well as the ability to use Storm Magic. We're going to learn Cyclone immediately with this. We don't need it, but it's there, I guess, so I guess we're learning it now. We're probably going to have to drop a few things here and there, but other than that, we should be fine. Yeah. That's just a question of what I drop. I guess I'll drop the red gem, because we don't need it. Most likely gonna be the red gem, yeah. Avoid that. There we go. Okay, so the boss should be within here. So, yeah. There he is. He is level 47, so he's slightly easier than the other boss that we fought. But still, dangerous.
For the ever-living!
Okay, he's gonna summon his own crew. Ow, and he's gonna do that, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah, so anybody who can summon is gonna be a nuisance no matter what, so... Yeah, let's pray we get an easier time here. Okay. Nice try. Alright, there we go. Oh, damn. Okay, yeah, no, if you let him do his thing, he's just going to, summon more units, so we're gonna need a heal here. Ow. Please, no. Okay, heal. Okay, there we go. Okay. Alright, heal up. And now it's just a matter of playing it safe while he doesn't, you can't hit him with the block, otherwise he's just going to, or he's going to summon more units the more you retaliate against him like that. Okay, yeah, like that, so... want to be especially careful when he's doing his whole shenanigans. Nice try. Alright, there we go. Alright, now he's, going ham. Carefully avoid those. Damn, okay, heal, quickly, quickly, damn it!
Not the end.
Yeah, that undead thing is just the biggest pain in the butt. I was close, though. I was really close. I can actually handle that, I think. It's just a matter of actually doing it, is the thing. Okay. With a bit of leeway, I should be able to manage. It's just a matter of, beating the enemy while he's down. And of course, making sure I have the blood to actually handle this guy. Otherwise, I'm just going to be in a worse position. Root would probably be the most ideal blood because we get healing from each hit. But at the same time, I'm questioning whether that's the right choice or the right play, even. Probably isn't, but... it might be? I don't know. But yeah, we lose all of our items. It's basically in that pouch there, so... we have to go retrieve it. I'm gonna try and get that 18.
My blood reserves run low.
Okay, we do need the U, though. The 18's gonna be ideal. go. That's going to help us a little bit because we do get some percentage life leech. The Warrior 77 would have been nice, but unfortunately, it's just a bit too strong for us. Alright, let's slip through while the guards are distracted. Nice try. Casually slip by. Oh, okay. Okay, carefully. Ow. Okay, once again. Just avoid them like the plague, because we will get to a point where we just gotta avoid them. Okay, we're gonna have to grab our items real quick before we fight the guy. Thankfully, he's in the center of the room most of the time. But that doesn't seem to be the case right now, which is a problem. Wait, where's the rest of my blood rose brew? What? Eh? I thought I had more. Okay, I guess I don't. Oh well. I guess the dude just took my brew and just like, what the hell? But yeah, no, that guy's vanished, so I'm assuming... Yeah, no, he's ran over there, so he's gonna fight some individuals. Last I recall, he likes to run around outside. If you're not careful. Ah, well. I can always hunt him later. It's not like it's a huge deal if I get him now or later. It would have just been nice to have him now. Oh well. Okay, ignore Christina for now. Alright, let's aim to head back here. Shouldn't be too hard of a, you know, run. Especially with a horse. That's going to make things a little faster for us. Could do better with the resort. God damn it. There we go. Alright. Now we can get on our horse here and dip before the sun overtakes us here. We're going to take the short... Well, we're going to take a shorter route here by just going around here instead. Because I just missed a turning. Other than that, we should be fine. Yeah, not a fan of those archers, I must admit. Oh well. You get what you're given. Okay, there we go. If we go along here, we should be able to just cut the corner here. And yeah. As long as we clamber up this side here, we can just make an immediate right turn. And we're back to base. Good. And for our troubles, we got a ton of resources, that's for sure. Toss in all the gems. We'll keep the iron on us, but everything else can go in here. Alright, let's dump everything that we don't need into the slots here. There we go. Merciless iron, mace, and slashers are going to be learned at a study. Unfortunately, we do not have access to said study, so we'll have to wait on those. But that's perfectly fine, because we've got plenty to do. Alright, so. Crafting, let's see. We still need to make the smithy, so that's going to require some iron and sulfur. Thankfully, we do have the iron now. So we can just turn all this iron into various resources. We're gonna need 4 furnaces now. So we're gonna quickly go through the effort of making those. And I'm just gonna quickly organize these a little bit, so that way I've got the stacks up properly. But yeah, no, we need to make some more furnaces. So we need to make 2 more specifically. And I guess now would be a good time to remodel the base slightly to accommodate for the upgrades that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to want to move all this stuff over here. We now need to move these. Okay, castle wall and castle pillar. Cannot break path to ground, yeah. So if I move this over here for now. So, stairs. Let's start with that. Okay, so I guess we can move the stairs over to this corner here. It's going to be a little awkward because I have to move everything. But essentially, what I'm thinking is I set the stairs here. As far as path to ground. There we go. Alright, so it was this.
This will not work.
Blocked by stone, stairs, and castle waygate. Alright, Siegfried, let's move you to the side here. There we go. And move this over. Hello, Sophie Bernard. Good to see you. Just currently remodeling the base a little bit, if you can see. Alright, let's see. I guess I can remove that. Castle pillar and castle wall need to be removed though. Just dismantle this. Yeah, it's a bit messy. I'll get to fixing it eventually. It's just a matter of remodeling everything, making it look nice. That you know how it be. Okay. Outbreak path to ground. Yeah, I've started to hear quite a bit of people saying that. It's a really good game, I must admit. The only worry I have with this game is that you have to grind for a lot of stuff, but if you're the type of person that likes to grind in certain aspects of things, this is probably the game for you. I wouldn't say it's for everybody, but it's certainly nice for a game. Okay, cannot break path or ground. Okay, so I guess it's just we need to break this entirely to start with. Seriously, Alfred? Come on. Down you get. Alright, let's quickly go downstairs, summon Alfred so that way he's out the way. I am playing on PC. Okay, yeah, no, let's call Alfred so that way we can properly do this. I think I should be fine. It's just an awkward place of stairs that I've just put my stairs at, really. Is it? I'll be honest, I think it's quite choppy on my end, but if it's smooth, I'm glad to hear that. Okay, slowly but surely just dismantle everything here. What games do I play besides this? Usually I go through and play Minecraft alongside a few other things, but nothing too crazy. Alright, so floor here. We're just gonna stick with the typical workshop floor. And now, if we move this out of the way, we can finally establish what I intended on, which is a different type of stairs. I'm going to be going with these types of stairs instead, which is a bit more, you know, artistic, I'd say. But I digress. We're going to set up the walls accordingly, like so. There we go. Now, if I were to set these up here for now, because I have no idea where I'm going to put them. But if we tighten knit these all across the side here, we can start building the actual stairs. Well, not actual stairs, but... Yeah, no, what I usually play is Minecraft and Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I'm taking a break on Wrath of the Righteous, though. Yeah, no, I get ya. Minecraft is just a universally popular game, but sometimes you just need a break from that, don't ya? Okay, we're gonna go for... move these here. Blocked by alchemy table, so if we take the alchemy table, move it there temporarily. There we go. We can put that there. Then we can move this over here. Then we can dismantle that. And finally, we can do this instead. Requires path to ground. Does it not have path to ground? Hold on. Oh, is it because this is just in the way? Damn. Man, this is such a complex Tetris sort of situation I've got myself in. Okay, move some of this stuff outside for a sec. Okay, so flooring. I always hate remodeling in some cases. What games would I suggest to you? I'll be honest, I don't know, honestly, now I think about it. Well, if I were to suggest anything, I personally enjoy V Rising. It's the sort of game I like to enjoy, so I would personally suggest it, but anything goes on the table. It just really depends what you like, really. Gonna move some of this stuff out the way here. Just move most of it outside here. Alright, we'll probably return these stairs back here temporarily. Blocked by alchemy table. We're gonna get rid of that, obviously. Because it seems like it's in the way right now. Gonna go back up here. That way we can start moving some of this down. Temporarily, that is. We'll move that there. Diablo and V Rising are always good games. I guess to describe V Rising, it's sort of like Rust, if I had to put it into terms. It's a very multiplayer-esque game, very reliant on it, if I dare say, but it's very much server-oriented, so you have to make a server instead of making a single-player game, which I guess technically I could make this multiplayer if I really wanted to, but I'm not doing it for this playthrough, for personal reasons, but I digress. Okay, we're gonna want to build some stairs next. And we're gonna build them here instead. And that should be enough for these stairs to work. There we go. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Yeah, thank you. I much appreciate it. Alright, let's move this here. We then get ourselves a pair of stairs here. And this... Finally, okay. Get rid of that, and now we can reestablish the base, which has been the biggest pain in the butt. I try to stream every day for around 4 hours, give or take, and then I take a break on Sundays, but I usually keep it to the schedule of 3 to 7 MST time. Okay. Foundation. Okay, finally we can start re-flooring everything, because now everything should theoretically be fixed. And there we go. That's the first floor. Here's the... Oh, right, foundation. Forgot about that. There we go. Then we get this one. There we go. Alright, I much appreciate it. Thank you. And hey, if you show up enough, maybe I'll give you, maybe I'll see about finding a position for you in regards to channel, you know, authority or something. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the streams all the same. Whether you're here for a short term or long term, it don't matter to me. As long as you guys are enjoying my content, that's all I care about. Okay. That's the first floor. Now for the second floor. Location. There we go. Done and done. I will worry about the third floor later. Am I not giving time to my channel? I think I'm doing quite a lot for it. But that's just me, personally. I have been going for like 2 years now, I think. So I think I'm doing quite well. It's just taking a lot of people. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the biggest issue. Right now, for Twitch specifically, I have enough followers for my, for me to get to affiliate. It's more so just people, you know, coming in consistently and watching. Not that I mind, of course, I'm just doing this as a hobby more than anything. But it would be nice to see things flourish a little bit, but I'm not complaining either way. Okay, let's put, I guess, turn you around and put you in a corner here. Should be thoroughly acceptable. There we go. Coffins can stay there for now. Alright, we put the chest back here. Yeah. My main order of business was to just keep it really cost efficient. Not really, it's not like I'm trying to make a name for myself, right? Like I said, I'm doing this for fun more than anything. I'm just trying to conserve where I can, and hey, if I really wanted to build something, I would. But I'm not doing that until I get affiliate status. And that, while it will take time, I'd much prefer it just take time to just brew and, yeah. I'd like to think I have the most basic stuff, though, all the same. I don't exactly know what I'm missing, is the thing. Okay, I'll set that there. This can come in, and I'll just organize it as we go. Okay, you need to come in. So set that there, and coffin. Okay, and I guess we'll set that there. Okay, and I guess that can go there for now. God, this is such a mess, but it needs to be done this way. Oh well. Okay, let's see. Put that there. God, this is such a mess. I'll set that there for now. And I guess that'll have to do for sorting. It's not exactly pretty, but it'll do the... Well, actually, no, I can take this upstairs with me. In regards to Discord things, I am not going to divulge it. Mainly because I appreciate the thoughts, but I barely know you, and there's a lot of people going around causing scams on both Discord, well, Twitch and Kick, from what I've seen. So I gotta be careful with who I add to, you know, the whole thing. I just want to be careful, that's all. Okay, set that there. Set this there. And I guess open this up with a little bit of a gap, and then we should be good. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be good. And there. That'll do. Could be better, but it's fine. We'll organize it later. From there, if we go into refinement here... Yeah, we just need to get stone and copper, that's all. I mean, you can show that stuff on the Twitch, or whatever platform you want. Like, I'm not stopping you from doing that, right? Or you could just link it to something else. Like, there's no harm in doing it elsewhere. Anyways, I'm gonna take this, take the copper here, and then we should be good. Alright. 2 more furnaces. That's exactly what we need here. Just 2 should cut it for now. And the reason I was doing this in the first place was to set up the cooking for iron. The issue with iron is that it takes a long time to cook. And of course we want to get forged flooring as soon as possible, but unfortunately we do not have forged flooring, so we're just going to have to make do with what we got right now. Which is a little unfortunate, but that's just how it goes. We'll quickly cook the iron ore, though, and we will be able to make multitudes of stuff. Namely, we're probably going to be making a lot of reinforced planks, I suspect, but that is going to be unlocked once we get some... What is it? I mean, I guess it's when we kill another carrier of a type. Otherwise, we should be fine. But I digress. Let's just take this off here, and we should be good. And let's just stuff the materials in here for now. There we go. Done and done. Alright. And of course we got those areas being filled in, so that's nice. Is there anything we need to move out here? I guess we can move these up, because these are more built for upstairs, more than they are down. But, of course, these go into tailoring room when we get the opportunity to actually do that. Okay, grab this. Set that over here. And is there anything else I want to move? I guess we can move the paper press up there as well. I'll move it to this corner here instead. And for this, I guess we need to set up the... Yeah, we need to set up the foundation up there, but that will come later, I think. Alright, but yeah, that seems to be the majority of that stuff done here. Quickly grab the leather. Why not? And yeah, we're just gonna build with corner stairs like this, because that's gonna be the most efficient way we're gonna be handling most of our deposits from now on. Cost of tailoring supplies in there. There we go. Alright. I think it's high time we get out of here. Before we do that, though, let's just move this over to here. And that there. Alright. Done and done. How's our research looking? I guess we're going to need to check the knowledge tab here. We'll grab that. Quickly get a bit more knowledge in. We got Shadewalker gloves, which we don't need. Toss those in. Quickly go over to our alchemy bench, because I do believe, yep, there we go. More healing. Alright, let's mount Siegfried then, and let's get going. We're going to start trying to get more recipes. So, the core target is probably going to be Vincent now, because he's going to give us our next unlock, which is Blood on Tap, which is going to be very helpful for us. It's basically similar to how you get a minion, but the difference being that instead of capturing a minion to... Yeah, instead of capturing a minion to use as a servant, you're capturing a minion to get a source of blood, if you will. Of course, we're going to need to set up a room for them as well, but honestly, we don't need that bigger... Seriously. It's not one thing, it's another. Okay, there you go. Man. Enemies really do be annoying sometimes here. And Siegfried's just jittering. Oh well. Alright, there we go. Now all we do is just get on Siegfried and off we go. Yeah, we just need to follow the trail of blood, which is going to be a bit more difficult than intended, but honestly, we're doing the best that we can here. So we're just going to have to trail him as much as we can and just hope we actually get him as a target. And hey, if we get the blood type, we get the blood type. So I can't really complain if we do succeed. He does appear to be relatively close, though. So he's somewhere over here. Now, Siegfried is a relatively annoying boss. I've had trouble with him in the past, but hard to say where he is, really. Oh, yeah, no, he's somewhere over here. Yeah, so he's over there, so if we go up and across, we should be fine. Could be somewhere here. No, he's past the cotton farm. And yep, now we're getting very close, so he is not too far off. Are you kidding? You know what? No, I'm not even gonna bother. Just abandon the horse, it's fine. I can live without the horse. I can always just pick it back up anyways, so it's not like it's a huge deal. Okay, we're close. It's actually backtracking. So I guess we need to go back somewhere specific here. Is he seriously in the base right now? I think he is, which is the problem. Solution. Just combat him. Yeah, he's in here. That's annoying. There we go. He's most likely in this... Yep, there he is. Okay, there we go. God, I'm missing so much. Ah, well. Alright, well, with that, we can now continue on. Vincent is going to be our target. Hopefully we can actually take him out. And best case, we've got ourselves another confirmed kill.
Good luck getting through my shield, fiend.
Okay, I've been frozen. Thankfully.
I feel a chill coming on.
Ow. Could you stop? Like, there's literally no other way I can actually block against him. Ah, God. Seriously?
I feel a chill coming out.
Seriously? That's gonna kill me at this rate. Ow. Okay. I guess... Oh, God.
I feel a chill coming on.
Okay. Okay, please, hurry. I need to take him out before he starts healing.
Rally! Let's show them why you don't mess with the militia.
Seriously? Are you kidding? Okay, we're gonna get killed at this rate. Oh, God, and another call, hold on. I'm probably gonna die here at this rate. Let's just back off for a moment. Okay. Ah, no. Okay.
I feel a chill coming out.
Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Please, 1 second. I'm gonna have to reset that boss, because I can't really kill him with just being distracted like that. Alright, let's mend up first. That's probably for the best. Okay, Vincent's now on the move. Okay, I can deal with that.
If you want to cause trouble, you're going to have to get through me.
Okay. Okay, yeah, no, I've got to avoid him when he does that. Okay. At least he's an easy target in certain instances.
I feel a chill coming
Nice try.
I feel a chill coming on.
Oh god. Try. Okay.
I feel a chill coming on.
Oh no. Yeah, he just starts spamming abilities like insane. There we go. Oh, that took a bit longer than I intended to.
Won't get away with this.
Oh, God. Okay. Whoa. Well, at least we beat him.
Taste of knowledge.
That's all I care about. As long as we beat him, we actually get the way to unlock prison cells. Which is the big thing here. Okay. Alright, so now that we've beaten him, we got prison framework, prison cells, and reinforced flanks. Now, we're going to target Tristan because we can unlock the ability to craft greatswords as well. So, he's going to be our next target. But of course, we're going to need to get our companion back. Come on, Siegfried, let's go. Alright. Hopefully this time we won't have to worry about, oh, wrong location. We don't want to be here. Alright, time to hunt Siegfried. Or rather, Tristan. God, I'm getting my names confused. Oh well. But, yeah, Tristan is going to be our next target here. We're going to have to be quick against him. But, other than that, we should be fine. Just gotta deal with the enemy. And in fact, you know what? Before I go... Okay. We're gonna take the Brute's blood, because this is gonna be a nice juicy 42 for us. There we go. But yeah, the Brute is gonna give us a primary leech, and it'll give us our increased primary attack speed by and gain 1 gear level. Okay. Yeah, no, we get more benefits if we do this. Oh god. There we go. Just ignore the concern of the burn, which seems to be a norm for us. We're gonna have to consume some potions, but in the future. But yeah, for now we'll be fine. But for the future, we are going to need to prepare a bunch of potions, because we can't just keep lollygagging like that. We're only making things harder if we don't potion up. Especially so considering those potions last for an hour. which is literally just no reason to not use them. Of course, it'd be four potions a session, but yeah. Well, it depends on how I feel, really. But I digress. We'll just continue. Oh god. Okay, so Tristan is actually rather close here. We're actually going to settle up into the base for a moment, because we do need to prepare before we fight Tristan to a certain degree. Mainly because I just want to play it safe. Okay, stuff those away. Herbs can go. Tailoring. Knowledge and consumable. There we go. Don't want to eat it. Keep forgetting about that. Oh well. Okay, we got 3 Blood Rose brews. We can get the spell point here, which is a frost spell. Let's see. 8-second cooldown, only 1 charge, but it does deal more damage. Yeah, let's try Crystal Lance. Okay, so it's a charge ability instead of what we got. I don't like that, to be quite honest. I'm gonna stick with the bat ability. I guess I could also try Cyclone. What is that? Huh. I much prefer the long range of the ice. Give me a second. Let me go into... Yeah, let me go back to Spellbook. Let's get the Ice Bats. I much prefer that. Alternatively, the Ice Nova is a good one because it's a target area. Either one would be good. But I digress. Okay, so due to these circumstances, we're going to need more consumables. We're going to need to get our... We're going to need to get the empty water skins, and then we're going to need to get our hands on the herbs. Specifically Blood Rose herbs. And then we just make 7 more Blood Rose brews. Here we go. We could certainly do with a, one of those bone things, but I will save that for later. Okay, we're gonna need to get some planks, actually, before we go any further. I'm gonna take these planks here. I'm gonna split them into 40 bits. I'm gonna go over to the furnaces, see how much we got here. So far, the iron is working its magic. There we go. There we go. Now, I guess I will do 6 across instead. And that should be enough for 8. I guess I am going to need to double down, though, instead. This will give us plenty of reinforced planks, which is going to be designed for just producing the necessary materials we need for the... I don't know. I'm just building just to make sure I've got everything. Okay, we'll store the rest in there, sort. Alright, so Furnace is going to be the next on our list because we need to deal with Tristan. Although Tristan does have the, a very special ability. So now, well, he has a very special upgrade that we can take advantage of. We're going to go this way. But if we can take him out, we can actually get the upgrade that we need, so... Alright, so he's somewhere around here, supposedly. That's a good thing. Okay, so he's across here, past the bandits here. We're now close. We only got 3 healing, but it could be worse, to be fair. Nor the poachers, imminent. Okay, so he's somewhere around here. Probably on the road right now. Nope, he's actually not. Okay, so he's a little further back here. There he is. Hello, Tristan. Where you going, buddy? Dude's running for the hills somewhere. Okay. Dude, where are you going?
You probably think you are something, but you're just a kill.
Yeah, no, this guy rocks a claymore, which is a relatively interesting combat style. Not that we're going to be utilizing it, but hey, he has his means of combat, I have mine. Ow. Okay. Stop. Jumping over? Okay, we're gonna heal real quick. This is gonna give us a bit of an edge. Oh, he's starting to attack bears. Wow, you rolled out the way of my area of effects. Ow. It stops. Alright, there you go. Alright, there we go. And with careful precision.
I won't be the last one to come for you.
Just wait for the burn to finish. Seriously? Finally. Okay, there we go. But yes, doing that, we will be able to do extracted blood. And there we go. It is
I feel
done.
stronger.
Okay, there we go. To that end, we have now defeated the vampire hunter himself. And that's actually going to unlock a very good thing for us, which is actually the upgraded version of changing our normal blood essence into higher tiered blood essence. This is going to be very handy for when we need to basically just... It's going to be handy for building, essentially. Because the forge is going to require 4 greater blood essence, and I'd rather not go for the effort of getting unsullied hearts in bulk. So this is sort of the alternative to what we're trying to do here, which is good. Okay, there we go. We'll quickly grab the extra healing while we're here. There we go. Filter out everything. Okay, we're gonna take 4 blobs of blood. We're gonna quickly go over to the blood press, and for every 200 we get 1 greater blood essence. So 400 blobs of that is enough to set us up. We're gonna quickly get a nice juicy set of blobs here while we're at it before we continue on. There we go, just sort everything in because I'm just very particular about that sort of thing. And before we go further, we're just going to quickly trim the bushes. And there we go. We got a bunch new materials. Oh, that up. Yeah, no, if you hover over one, or hover over material, can hit space and it'll auto-drop it. Which isn't really that amazing, I must admit. But hey, whatever. Glass, reinforced planks, and greater blood essence needed for an upgrade. Which is fine. We're gonna need to upgrade eventually, so... Yeah, so we've managed to defeat 4 bosses so far. Technically we defeated 5, actually, now that I think about it. So, we're doing really productive work here. We are going to need plenty of greater blood essence, though, so that is an issue, but yeah, we'll be fine. Regardless, we do get some nice little abilities. I'm going to just go with that ability, not that we're going to be using it, but it is there. Grab those, grab the planks. Go. And that is going to be 16 reinforced planks. Alright, castle, let's see. We're going to need to build up some flooring. We're going to need some stone. But other than that, we should be fine. In fact, I guess I could just start straight up building until we're satisfied. Okay, let's go foundation, castle flooring. We are going to need to set up flooring anyways.
This will not work.
For everything. And I am mildly curious to see how far we can build upwards with all of our upgrades here. There we go. We can go up another floor. Okay, floor.
This will not work.
Castle tile limit reached. Okay, there we go. I kind of figured it was going to reach a limit, but I wasn't expecting it to be so soon. But hey, that's fine. It just means that we got plenty of tiles that we can upgrade eventually in due time. But alas. I'm going to take a small 5-minute break here, but when I return, I will continue on with this, well, the game. See you guys in a bit. Oh, I should also probably mention, doing this doesn't actually pause the game. So, I can't really control what happens after the fact here. So, if I do end up dying, I can't really control that. Although, it's very unlikely that we will, but just so you're aware, things still happen even if you do this. So, just be aware of that. But I digress. I'm going to take a 5-minute break, and when I return, I will continue on. See you guys in a bit. Okay, I am back. Let's get back into things. I will only be able to stream for like 10 or so more minutes because I do believe I have prior obligations, but we'll see how things go. I'll keep going until I'm told that I need to go, basically. I think I can get like 30 minutes beyond that at this point, so we'll have to see. Okay. Get the coins here. Because I do believe we can go to the market now and get some more stuff. And I do believe, yep, we got 3 out of the 4 that we need, which we do have 4 now. So we should be able to make... Oh, okay, the smithy didn't require that. I just needed iron and sulfur. Okay, never mind. Well, we got sulfur. We just need the iron. And I do believe the iron is relatively easy to get, so... Well, we're cooking the iron, I should say. There we go. And with that, we've now got a, we've got effectively a furnace. Well, no, not a furnace per se, but we got a smithy, which allows us to get iron tools, which is going to be our next upgrade. And considering we have the iron currently, we might as well just get it right off the bat. Why not, right? We're going to go for an iron longbow, obviously, considering that seems to be our specialty. Stuff everything here, here. I think the Greater Blood Essence was specifically used for, yes. It's specifically for this. So we need reinforced planks and stone brick. So, go here, stone brick, reinforced plank. And all we do here is, well, if we avoid burning, that is. We just need to set this up. For now, we're gonna set this at the highest peak. Yeah, it's blocked by the floor above. For now, we're gonna settle with this in mind here. But I am gonna be building it so it's a bit more centralized. But once it gets darker, we will be taking advantage of it, so... Yeah, look forward to that, I suppose. I guess technically we can do it now. Why not? But yes, we get the command at our castle throne, which is a upgrade that's sooner than probably something that we do later, but it's fine. We got it done now, so might as well set up for now. So, Alfred. So, let me discuss this. This is the menu, which we won't be seeing much use in, because it's going to be running by hours. So... Now, there's a weird thing about this. Now, yes, if you turn the server off, you will not get the progress done. Well, you won't lose any time to your certain buildings. However, something I have learned, which is very interesting, is that despite this, the hunt duration, no matter what it is going to progress. So as long as you have somebody that you're capable of sending out, you can actually get the benefits if you spend like a day or two doing the thing that you're set out to do. Regardless. So we got the morning lilies here, we got copper. I think ideally I want to go for copper here, though, because that's just going to be good for us. We can also increase the success rating by 20%, depending on what we go with. That's nice. We can get some whetstones and coarse thread here as an alternative option, which is probably going to be better for us. Let's see. Mainly we need coarse thread, I do believe. Paper is also a good addition. But it really just depends on how we want to go about it. I don't need wood or... Well, I don't need sawdust. Let's go with the rugged hide, coarse thread, and paper. Paper is always going to be a handy tool for us, so there you go. Now, you can, of course, get more, but you need to have more individuals here. Unfortunately, we do not have that, so... Sadly, we're just going to have to just send our only minion over to there. But it's 100% success rating, so we're definitely going to get resources when he comes back, so... Why not? We're going to get a plus side anyways. Okay, but regardless, all we need now is just to get some planks, and then we can get ourselves some nice new gear, really. We're going to set up with the most common stuff. You know how it be. We're probably also going to have to get some more iron, but you know, that's just how it goes, right? Okay, we'll sort that out. We'll take this. We are going to need to get some more material for the paper, but I digress. We got the planks now, so now we can start making our items. Do we have any iron in our chest, actually? 1 second. We do not. Okay. I just had to check to confirm. That's all. But yeah, with that, we can now make an iron longbow. I'm going to start off with an iron mace, because we are going to need a higher quality material for mining, so the iron mace is just convenient for dealing damage to minerals, so might as well get that ready prematurely. There is also, of course, the iron sword, but we're actually going to wait on the iron sword specifically, because there is a way better weapon that I'm looking forward to, that I'd actually like to procure. There is also going to be a point in time where we might even consider migrating from the longbow to something else, but I haven't decided yet. I'm probably going to, though. We'll just see. We'll see. Regardless, we'll take all that. That is 12 more to our supply here, so we can make another thing. I'll go with the longbow, because that's going to be the next thing on our list. We'll probably recycle the copper mace for something else, but yeah. With that, we've now got a gear level of 45, which is only going to get further increased, depending on what we grab. But overall, we should be fine. We now have crypt flooring. This is going to be handy when we're trying to make our crypt, and honestly, I might just make it over here, even. So that way, yes, we won't have that much room to work with here, but honestly, I think we'll be fine. Let's get onto Siegfried here real quick, and we're just going to bring him over here. There we go. Move this out of the way here. Alright, and we will just do it like so. There we go. I could do it this way, I suppose, and it would get the same result. But it's going to be looking a little tight here, regardless. I'll leave it there for now. We're going to have to figure out a better spot for this, I think. I could just place it in the corner, to be fair. That is also another option. move these out of the way. Yeah, if I move it there, that'd be a little bit better. Set that there. Set this here, I guess. There we go. There we go. And I guess this can go right. Well, no, it'll go right. No, we'll turn this back. That can go there. And this can go there. There we go. That'll be better. Alright, let's go get our iron bow. And then we can continue on with the majority of whatever else. Swapped an iron bow, there we go. We can probably give our other individual, when we see Siegfried again, we can give him a upgrade. Alright, there we go. That's another tool added to the list. We're going to go for the axes here. And then we'll probably go spear, and then we'll get the last weapon on our list. I guess I could also opt for the Iron Greatsword for wood, but yeah, I kind of like the Iron Axe for wood, to be quite honest, because of its fast attack speed, so there you go. But yeah, because of the iron weapons, we've now got a second ability, which is the third ability. Well, it's going to be the best, well, next best ability that you're going to get. Guided Arrow basically does a multi-hit on attack, so once it hits an enemy, it likes to recurve, essentially. So that's what you're going to get to see from that sort of thing. But hey, it's a nice addition, always welcome. And I guess with that, though, we've got just the level 47s, and we are matched in difficulty, so now we can finally target Krieg, which is what we're going to get for Reapers, I do believe. The Reaper set is basically what I was talking about when we were talking about upgrades, so it's another reason for us to get Iron, and it's giving us another reason to go after Leandra and Maja as well. Because Maja has the Study, which is going to allow for much more complex upgrades. Leandra is going to give us the Scourgebane Pendant, which is going to upgrade our gear, and it's actually going to give us one of the best items in the game, called the Dust Collar, which allows us to summon bats to bring subdued humans back into a cell. That's probably going to be the most ideal circumstance for us, if we can get that as soon as we can. But alas, we will worry about that sort of stuff in due time. For now, though, we're going to store the items here. We don't necessarily need the Copper Mace, but we're still going to need those other two tools for future usage. But I digress. We're going to toss the knowledge there. Go. And I guess the knowledge can go over here for now, because we're going to cut this section off and dedicate it to servant coffins, most likely, so we'll set this over here for now. Altar of Recollection and go right here, and this can go right here, and then we can have the door over here, and then we can just have the servant coffins at the back. We'll have a graveyard here for when we're ready for it. But yeah, I guess right now we just need to get our horse ready, and then we should be good. Alright, Siegfried, we're gonna take a small trip over to the shops over by the merchant here. And then we will begin our crusade. Well, not crusade, but we will begin our assault on the guy with the Reapers. Because that's going to get us some nice tools that we can utilize. And of course, if we have time, we'll probably make some fencing. Well, no, not fencing, but we'll make some prison cells. Make a room dedicated to it, even. We're going to need to upgrade our tools anyway, so it's all the more reason to do it. There we go. We're almost there anyways at the Merchant's Bank here. Alright, Shady Book Dealer. Let's see.
You buy it.
I want to get your forged flooring. And let's see. Don't really have anything else beyond that. I would get the enchanted brew, but the forged flooring comes first. Because that's going to help with the efficiency of just cooking materials, so we'll take to that. We are going to need a bit more material if we want to hope for higher quality materials produced, but I digress. We'll worry all about that later. For now, let's just get back to base. We'll set up the forged flooring, set up the walling, and we'll be good. Okay. Off we go. And once we're done here, we should be able to finish up, for the most part. Well, not finish up, but we'll be able to hunt what's-his-face, get those Reapers, and that will probably be as much time as we have, I'm thinking, going by time. Okay. Alright, so, forge flooring, let's see. Crypt flooring's there, let's see. Right, I need to learn it, actually. There we go. Alright, forged flooring requires stone brick and copper. Okay, that's not too bad. We can cook the rest while we're at it, but we're going to need stone brick as well, so we'll get that along the way. Alright.
This will not work.
Now, theoretically, this should be enough for us to make this work. But we'll see. Now, let me check this to be sure, because this does matter. This is not a confined room, so we do need to set up the walls, as expected. It's going to require us to get some planks, so we're going to quickly go over and get some planks then. Other than that, we should be able to make this quite easily. And once we do, it's going to be quite the place to look for. Alright, we can make 32 with relative ease. I think that should be enough for what we're trying here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Enclosed room. Wallpaper it up. Like so. Then we put the forge there. We go down a level, so that way we can bring the furnaces up to increase their efficiency. Because we're going to need quite a bit of furnaces here to do this job, I would imagine. Yeah, we're just going to bring all the furnaces up, so that way it's all set up and ready to go. There we go, that's 3, and 1 more. And that should be all we need to bring up here, really. At least, well, there is one more thing, but we need to go downstairs for that. So all we do is just go down here, we bring the simple workbench with us, because this is the only thing that actually benefits from this room, I do believe. If I'm correct, right? Yep, exactly. So, all we do is just set that up there. Organize things in a nice little line here. I guess technically I could rotate it in a different way. Yeah, let's just rotate it like this. There we go. So if we ever get more, then there you go. But yes, by doing it this way, we've actually increased the efficiency by turning it to 20 to 15 resources instead of the maximum that we've been making. But in doing so, we've also increased the efficiency of copper as well, so... yeah, so everything is basically more efficient. Not by a lot, but still, it's still notable. And hey, it's gonna be there, it's gonna be cooking, and it's a nice little location to, you know, prepare things. To that end, I'm gonna line up the other things here. Okay. And there we go. And once we get a tailoring room, we're going to do the exact same thing. Set up a similar zone like this, and just be ready for anything that we need to build. Ultimately, it's just going to be a lot of work. We are going to need to get an alchemy lab as well. That is going to be another thing that we're going to need to add to make this more efficient. But overall, not going to be the worst thing to make. Okay. From here, though, we just need to make a few upgrades here. There we go. Make a doorway here with a door. There we go. Wallpaper it up. Then we make the foundation, which is going to be crypt flooring, which needs grave dust specifically. So we go to alchemy storage, make grave dust here. And we've got enough for 8. Perfect. So we're going to go catacomb design here. Bada boom. Alright. This reduces the time it takes to convert humans into vampire servants when all floors of the room are crypt flooring. So this increases the efficiency of the crypts, so that way our servants are going to be immediately converted. Slowly, well, in a swift manner, that is. Now, of course, we're going to need more to this area, obviously, but, you know, we're making things work as we go. Okay, we will stow everything else that we don't need. We will put the rest of the alchemy in there. Put the copper away. Sort that. Honestly, we don't need these, so I'm just going to throw them in the devourer. Grab all these. There we go. Go to tailoring here. There we go. Alright, that's going to just devour and just give us gem dust and emeralds, and we should be fine. Just throw this into the gem storage, and there we go. Alright, there we go. That is looking better already. let's see. Altar Recollection. I'm going to focus into the Unholy Scroll. This is going to give us a bunch of spells to work with, essentially. We've already selected everything, but, oh, wait, oh, wait, I see. Oh, I see what it means. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm sticking with the same thing. I was unsure how this altar works, but now I realize. Now I see. Okay, we'll set it there for now, that altar. And yeah, this should be good. We should now move on to dealing with the boss. So we're gonna Vampire Waygate over here. I should have probably used the horse, but I can't be bothered. Well, you know what? I might as well, right? It's a little faster. Alright, let's go back to the Waygate here, and let's continue. Siegfried is slightly fast, well, slightly more convenient, and it will give us a means to actually run back, so why not use them, right? Okay. Now, if I could increase the potential of Siegfried, I would. I just haven't reached far enough into the game to determine whether that is possible or not. As of right now, I don't think it's possible, but I'm hoping it is. Because if you can increase the max speed, acceleration, and rotation speed, that's going to be amazing. Yeah. So I'll have to see how optimized I can make it, but I'm assuming in due time I should be able to make it optimized as hell. We'll see. Okay. If I just run across here, I should be able to just link up quite quickly. Yeah, there you go. Kind of funny to see all these individuals just freak out when you start running around. Unfortunately, you can't really hide that you're a vampire, but it's fine. Okay, we're gonna quickly just hop off here. Okay. Alright. And yeah. As you can see, the damage output has significantly increased because we've gone from iron, well, we've gone from reinforced copper to iron, which is a 3.8 damage boost, which might not seem like much, but for us, it's actually really good. Go. And we've also got the iron mace, obviously, which is going to be nice when we start using it a bit more, but it doesn't really matter. We've also got the iron axes now as well, so... So we got a few options available to us when it comes to combat. I think the hammer build is most fun, though, if you had to go with anything. Mainly because you can do the crushing blow, which is quite funny, and then of course you got this smack, which allows you to knock enemies back. Like so. You actually incapacitate all of them as well, so that's nice. There we are. No, the enemies become very easy if you know what you're doing, so that's gonna be nice. Alright. let's just break some iron ore here, and we should be good to go. Well, with that, we've got some nice little iron bits. Deal with the enemy here. Alright, let's break the iron ore. That's going to be pretty easy to do. Nice. There we go. Now, of course, I could just stick with my typical stuff when, well, I'm going to be changing my build as we go along. Slowly but surely. But there will come a time where I might just... Well, for now, let's just worry about everything else here. You. There we go. Got a little annoyed there because they managed to do so much to me. Let's heal with a quick vermin salve. That should be enough for what we're trying to do here. There we go. Gonna get as much hell clearing as I can get because I do believe we can at least get their seeds, which might be worthwhile. Well, at the very least, the iron ore alone is just gonna be good for us, so we'll take what we can get. That's all. And hey, if we find somebody else in here that actually provides blood, then we'll probably take upon them their blood, because why not, right? We're running low on our own reserves anyways. So, might as well take advantage. There we go. Alright. Get some iron, and we should be good. Nice. Okay, there we go. There we are. And once we've got all this iron, we should be good to go, honestly. I'm probably gonna still mine regardless, because why not, right? But yeah, we're gonna try and take out the boss after we've done the mining, so might as well take our time with it. And hey, we can carry silver coins, so can't really complain. Alright. Okay. There we are. Good. I'll be honest, I don't really like the mist version of the warp. I much prefer the, there's a different type of warp that you can get in the cold tree, I believe it is. Yeah, no, if I go into the cold tree, there is the Veil of Frost. I much prefer this one. because it gives you a bit of a shield as you're warping, and it also inflicts chill upon a hit of an enemy. Which is actually really convenient, because if you combine it with the bats, you can freeze a lot of enemies, which is really nice. I don't know. I guess we'll see how things pan out, but I might actually go through the recollection just for the sake of just swapping over to swapping the cold spells around a little bit. Like all that. At least I get plenty of wars. That's all I really care about. Alright, let's break these 4 here, and then we'll be good to go. Pretty simple stuff. And... there we are. I don't need a stone. Oh god, the bright archer's here. Yeah, I don't need her. I'm just gonna let her pass, to be quite honest. I don't really need to deal with her. Is there anything over here? There is an exit over here, if we are looking for that, but honestly we are not. We don't have to worry about it, but we're just gonna let her wander. Because we don't really need her as a factor in this fight. Not intentionally, anyways. Although, I guess we could theoretically coax her into fighting the guy, but there's no need for that. I'd rather do this legit and just get the job done myself. There does appear to be some books, though. We'll grab those while we can. Go, get a bunch of free ore because of that. Can't really complain. I mean, yeah, hey, if she's gonna give us free loot, why not, right? Okay. Let's use the vermin salve to heal us up a little bit.
Challenging me is a poor strategy.
Ow. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Okay. Ah. Nice try. Ow. Okay. Okay, let's down the potion. Alright. Avoid the shield. Okay. Wait for the shield to pass. And bada boom. we just gotta be careful, that's all. Yeah, because if we play it safe and he doesn't, if we don't hit his shield, he won't be able to summon more minions. Which is his entire gimmick, really. Okay. Here we go. Just avoid the shield attack. And we should be able to just combo him like this. Like so. And with that,
Death is inevitable.
we get ourselves the upgrade that we are looking for. Alright. Let's see if there's anything.
New knowledge acquired.
I just need to check something real quick. Okay. Yeah, no, it's running around that time, so really should probably get going. Well, for now, let's just see what we got here. We got Chaos Volley. Not the better version, but, you know, it's there. But in doing so, we get the unlock for Reapers, which is basically one of my favorite weapons next to another weapon that we're gonna soon get. But the biggest thing that we're gonna get from this is Unholy Magic, and I'm going to immediately take Death Knight. This is my usual skill set and what I like to use the most. So if you're curious as to what I use when I'm not using Frost Magic, it's this. Because this is just the best combo that I personally believe in. But regardless, we're getting to that point where I'm probably going to have to skedaddle, so if a message just pops up, I will get ready to go. But we'll see, we'll see. Okay. There we go. Let's heal up a little bit with the Vermin Salve. I mean, we got the time to actually wait for it, so why not, right?
Veins run dry.
And I'm out of blood, so I've got to quickly drink a heart. There we go. That's gonna keep us tied, or it's gonna tide us off for a while. But, yeah, no, if we run out of blood, you start to lose health very fast. Which is the unfortunate bit of it. But hey, you do what you can to get stronger, so there you go. Alright, I'll grab what ore I can. Probably not going to be able to get gems, not as much as we want, but whatever. We'll see what we can grab here. At the very least, we can consider ditching the normal stone. Worst case. What we're probably going to do is we're going to ditch that. We're going to ditch the stone dust because we don't need that. I'll keep the paper. Shouldn't need the plant fiber, but we'll keep it anyways, just in case. And it appears that we got a few drops here that we can take advantage of, but we're going to have to deal with the undead in the area. But before that, we can start taking advantage of our summons now. There we go. We're gonna get some high quality summons that we can take advantage of. There we are. Alright, let's get some more iron. Nice. There we go. Take out these. What do we drop if we get more? That's the question, huh? I guess I can consume one of the potions to give us some room as well. That's an option. Yeah, if I consume the silver resistance, we can put it into the empty water skin. And we just break more iron and just continue on there. And if we run into a situation where we need more, then we'll figure it out. Oh well, at the very least we're getting iron in bulk, so it's not a bad thing. Alright. There we go. That is a plethora of iron. And I guess we could ditch the whetstones if we really wanted to, which is probably going to be our go-to here. Oh. Nearly. Let's drop the... Yeah, let's drop that.
Must make room if I want to carry that.
Ow. At least I got ways to circumvent some issues, but I digress. Oh, right. These guys are... blood. These guys have blood. Yeah, well. We can take you out, though, I suppose. There we go. We'll take your blood. That should at least tide us off a little bit more. Alright. Grab everything that we can. Off we go. Alright, and with that, if we hop onto Siegfried here. Quickly speed away. Hoorah. Gonna take the route down here, because it's a little safer. And once we get out of here, we should be good. Alright, I'm satisfied. We will sort out our inventory here a little bit. There you go. And once we are out of here and into clear, we can probably wrap up today's session. But hey, we managed to defeat 6 bosses today. I'd say that's quite welcome. Quite a nice addition. We've managed to get an absurd amount of iron. That's going to take a long, long time to cook, mind you. Because each one takes like 2 minutes, which can get to be long. But to be fair, we are increasing the speed because we have a enclosed room and we have flooring for it. Well, the flooring just makes it cheaper, so there you go. But still, the fact that it costs so much and we're still making it work is quite amazing. Oh well, all the same. We're just gonna maneuver over to here. Over to here. And off we go. Alright. Let's sort everything out and deposit as needed. Let's see. We deposit those, but keep the rest. Go into that. Yeah, we'll leave that alone. Store those. These. There we go. We get another upgrade when we're ready for it, that is. Consumables, we'll just toss those in there for now. We'll toss this in there as well. There you go. And that. Done. Alright, let's just toss the iron into our furnaces and we should be good to go. Just quickly organizing the metal. Here we go. That should do it. Alright, this should be enough island to last us the majority of the game. But if we need more, we can always go to the mines and get more. And hey, I'm gonna wrap it off here. Alright. So we've managed to do quite a bit. We've managed to get a bunch of iron. We've managed to prepare a lot of stuff. Ultimately, we didn't get to the prison cells like I had planned, but we did manage to get the iron, and we managed to get some new higher quality weapons, which is going to be advanced for us for the future. Well, it's going to help us a lot in the future. Of course, this is not the end of the upgrade, section, but there will come a time where we're going to have to migrate from these weapons, but we'll probably upgrade them into their ruthless variants, much like we did with the copper, well, the merciless variant, rather, much like we did with the copper variants. And we'll just have to see how things pan out. But ultimately, it just comes down to flooring to make things more efficient alongside walls, and we're just going to keep building up and up and up, much like a tower, and we'll see how things pan out. But I digress. We've managed to do quite a bit, and I'm quite satisfied with the results. I guess I'll do quick research here. We got ourselves some silver resistance brew. Quite convenient considering we used it already, but I digress. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.